Hi, Patrick. Thanks for joining us today at the last minute as
Good
well.
morning, I assume, to the European crowd. Afternoon, fat man. Yes, semi-ready, as I just got invited this morning and have nothing to screen share at least. Yeah, we are running the Wallaby Testnet by now. It's running stable for, yeah, over a week, I think. Almost 10 days now. I think we got our first 2 foreign miners on the network that mine. I think Jim just started mining today. His first miner since pre-mainnet versions. Yeah, what are we running? We are running 2 nodes in Germany in 2 different data centers that each run a non-growing keep alive miner, basically the bootstrap miner plus another one that's a clone of the bootstrap miner, a technical clone. They have like right now most likely 2 little sectors sealed or pre-sealed to prevent an attack. We didn't even thought about that, but as Raul just said, we are on a 7-day reset schedule, maybe 10 days. We most likely will seal more than 32 sectors as we have right now for the next iteration. So we see maybe a terabyte of sectors with each of the keep alive miners. So we have a core network in Germany on our own hardware, our own infrastructure, and have rented infrastructure in Singapore and in Canada to provide 2 more nodes, bootstrap nodes, right from the beginning of every network. Yeah, every network reset. I think I will talk to Raul how we can version number this as soon as the reset begins. So we know we either follow the release names or we just attach numbers to those names to make clear who is what are we actually running. It looks like, I'm not sure if Raul is still aware of this. I think Ellie said Raul plans to release new versions on Friday, or try to merge the branch on Friday, and we get it into Lotus on Friday. Then we would prepare the network over the weekend. As I'm in China right now, I'm basically 6 hours in front of you from the time. We would have the network ready on Sunday night, Chinese Sunday night, so that by UTC 8 a.m. on Mondays, we will have a stable network again for everyone in Europe to start working on it. We will coordinate with the Glif guys to get the endpoints on Mondays too. Ellie, do we already have a block explorer?
Not that I know of. Is there a block explorer? Maybe that's a question Raul could answer better than me.
It's Eva. Eva's managing that. I think she's trying to get
okay.
Phil Scan. She's on the call, by the way, so she might be able to
yes.
jump in.
Yeah, there will. I think Jonathan said there will be the Glyph Explorer, which is more basic for account lookups, but I'm not sure about FillScan yet because it's not a one-click deploy. But we're talking to them.
Okay, yeah, we make sure, or we will try to make sure to have that integrated into the notification flow over the weekend. So whoever runs a block explorer will be able to, yeah, get onto the network. Let me say it around block number 1000 or something like that, half a day in, when we can declare it stable. We have 2 miners deployed on the network right now, a 512 megabyte miner that is accepting deals from everyone. It's just open if you need deals for your smart contracts, or I don't know, are we already in smart contracts territory or not? Whoever needs to make deals be it for fun, be it for development. We have a 512 megabytes miner in Germany and a 32 gigabyte miner in Germany that accept around a terabyte, or technically could seal a terabyte per day in sectors. Together, the 512 megabytes miner is limited to a sector at a time, so you don't get more than 6 sectors an hour out of it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say what Patrick is doing is super useful here, and this will be the first time that actors that you deploy on a network will be able to get information, like real information from the system in terms of power, deals, sectors, and so on, because especially deals and the storage market, because with the local DevNet, the way that a local DevNet works is you spin up some miners with pre-sealed sectors, and then they continue adding new power to the network, but there's never deals. So really, this is gonna, like what Patrick is doing here, and kind of like having these miners that are making deals is gonna give you a new set of data on the Filecoin network that you can retrieve and interact with through the built-in actors. Now, beware that the public interfaces, so whatever actors you deploy that are using the built-in actors APIs, just be aware that those APIs are going to change over time, because they're currently in a version that is not intended to be public. So like the functionality, it will get you experimenting, but just know that the shape of those APIs is going to change over time. Thanks, Patrick, for being available to reproduce use cases or deals and like stuff that, I guess, cases that people want to test against. I think over time, we've been thinking about how we can create a testnet that would already automatically show different patterns of behavior of miners. So potentially having miners that are failing 50% of their time, having miners that are failing, that are always posting correct proofs, having miners that are not taking deals, having miners that are taking snap deals only, having miners that are taking all kinds of deals. Like it would be cool, and this is like an exercise for this is a future desire, right? And maybe something that somebody can run with in the future. Like I think to be more sophisticated in the way that it's creating cases automatically that developers can test against. So maybe like, we have specific configurations of miners and profiles of miners, such that miner 1001, for example, is a miner that, is onboarding at a stable rate and always succeeding in posting their proofs. The miner sitting at 2002 is failing their proofs 50% of the time. Miner number 3 is onboarding sectors and then terminating them every week. Like, we can play with patterns and configurations of miners like this, so that developers always have a spectrum of cases that they know where those cases are sitting in the network, so that they can test their actors again. That's just like one idea, potentially idea for the future.
We are running something similar to test our alarming system against. So developing our miner monitoring system, and in the end, it's a log generation tool. As we are not looking at chains, at the chain, but at logs. So we every time a new Lotus comes out, we're running a certain amount of tests with small sector miners to generate the logs and see if all alarms are still working in our systems. But yeah, it's an interesting idea to do that live on a network.
Yeah.